Yes, very good afternoon guys. Dear students, in our last class, that is continuity part 3, we discussed up to 14 example problems. Now, in our today's class, let us discuss the remaining problems, that is example 15 now. Find all the points of discontinuity of the greatest integer function. GIF means greatest integer function, defined by f of x is equal to greatest integer function. This is what greatest integer function, where this greatest integer function x denotes the greatest integer less than or equal to x, less than or equal to x. Here given data is what is given function is what, here given greatest integer function f of x is equal to what, greatest integer function x. Here we need to find the points of discontinuity. Okay, now for that, first I will write the graph of this function guys. In our class 11th, we discussed the graph of this greatest integer function, that is, here this is x axis, this is y axis. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, this is minus 3, etc. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. 1, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 3. Here observe guys, the graph of this greatest integer function is like this guys. Here this point 1 is not included. Here again we lift the pen. Here this point is not included. Here this point 3 here is not included, etc. Here this point 1 is not included, minus 1. Here this point minus 2 is not included. Here this point is not included guys. Okay, now observe. By the definition of continuity, if we draw a graph of a function without lifting the pen, then the graph of that function is said to be what? Continuous. Okay. Without lifting the pen, if we draw a graph of a function, then that is what? Continuous. Here observe, while drawing the graph of this function, we lift the pen, right? We lift the pen. That's why graph of this function is discontinuous. But here we have to find out what? We have to find out the discontinuity points of discontinuity. Where it is discontinuous. Here this is discontinuous at 1, this point is also discontinuous, here also this is discontinuous. But at this point I will consider this point, for example this is 2 point, this point is 2.7. Okay, here observe, check, here this point is what? Continuous. Here this point is continuous, but at this point, at these points the graph of this function is discontinuous, right? Okay guys, now here case 1, to check the points of discontinuity, I will consider case 1, first one. Here observe guys, if or let C be any real number, comma, let C be any real number other than integer, then observe guys, limit of f of x as x tends to c. By definition of limit of a function, limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c, right? Limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to limit as x tends to c. Here f of x means what? That is greatest integer function x, right? That is greatest integer function x. That is equal to, if you apply the limit as x tends to c, this becomes what? Greatest integer function c. Okay, that means a limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to, this is f of x as x tends to c. Here observe guys, at x is equal to c, at x is equal to c, at x is equal to c, this becomes what? F of c is equal to what? Greatest integer function c na? At x is equal to c, f of c is equal to greatest integer function c. So observe, limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to, f of c value here is what? F of c is also c. Here limit of f of x as x tends to c is also c. Therefore limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c. F of c. Therefore what? F is continuous. F is continuous at every point of real numbers, except at the integers, except at the integers, right? Here this is other than the integers. C means other than the integer. Now case 2. Case 2. Here observe guys. Let C be any integer. Let C be any integer, comma, then we choose a small real number, a sufficiently small real number, sufficiently small real number such that small real number are greater than 0, such that here greatest integer of C minus R is equal to C minus 1. Here greatest integer of C minus R is equal to what? C minus 1. Here observe guys. And greatest integer of C plus R, that is equal to C. Greatest integer of C minus R is equal to C minus 1. Greatest integer of C plus R is equal to C, guys. Now by left hand limit, here limit of f of x as extends to C is equal to what, guys? Extends to C minus, that means left hand limit of f of x as extends to C minus f of x when x is less than C. C minus R means what? C minus R means that is less than C, na? So when x is less than C, our function is greatest integer of C minus R. Greatest integer of C minus R is what, guys? That is C minus 1. Limit as extends to C minus, this is C minus 1. Greatest integer of this C minus 1 is what, guys? That is C minus 1. C minus 1 only. Now RHL is what, guys? RHL means limit of f of x as extends to C plus, that is equal to limit as extends to C plus. Yeah, C plus means that is greater than C, na? C plus R means that is greater than C. So this is C plus R. When x is greater than C, that function becomes C plus R. Greatest integer of C plus R. Greatest integer of C plus R here is what, guys? That is limit as extends to C plus. Greatest integer of C plus R means that is also C. That is equal to, when we substitute the limit, this becomes C only. Therefore, here observe, therefore, here LHL is not equal to what? RHL. Because this is C minus 1 and this is C. Therefore what? LHL is not equal to RHL means, therefore F is not continuous at x is equal to C. Here C means what? C is any integer, na? C is any integer. Therefore F is not continuous at the integers. Therefore final conclusion. Therefore F is not continuous at integers, at every integers. Okay, final conclusion. Therefore F is discontinuous at every point of, therefore F is discontinuous at every point of, F is discontinuous at every point of integers, okay, that means F is continuous at every point of integers. This is the solution. Okay, now let us go for our next question, guys. Here, please note down next question. Next theorem, algebra of continuous functions. Here observe, guys. Theorem 1. Here let f and g be any two real functions continuous at a real number C. Here f and g be any two real functions, guys. Those are continuous at x is equal to where? C. Then f plus g is continuous at x is equal to C. F minus g is continuous at x is equal to C. F into g is continuous at x is equal to F by g is also continuous at x is equal to C. At x is equal to C, comma, provided here g of x denominator not equal to 0. Okay, here observe, guys. We have to show these results. Okay, now to show these results, your first solution, case 1. Case 1. That means I am going to show f plus g is continuous at x is equal to c. Here, by definition of continuity, f is continuous at x is equal to c means what? F is continuous at x is equal to c means that can be written as limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c, right? This is by definition of continuous function at x is equal to c. At x is equal to where? C. Now, we have to prove f plus g is continuous at x is equal to c. That means we have to consider this function f as f plus g. That means here case 1, limit as x tends to c, f plus g in place of f. Here there are two functions, f plus g of x is equal to f plus g of x is equal to, we have to show that is equal to f plus g of c. We have to show f plus g of c, that is equal to, here observe guys, limit as x tends to c, f plus g of x can also be written as here, that is f of x plus that is g of x. Okay, that is equal to, by algebra of limits, limit as x tends to c, this can be written into, split into two limits, that is equal to limit as x tends to c f of x plus limit as x tends to c g of x. Okay, limit of f of x as x tends to c means what guys? That is f of c at x is equal to c means this is f of c na? Plus limit as x tends to c f of x means as x tends to c this becomes g of c na? G of c takes c as common guys. Here f plus g of c. Here therefore limit as x tends to c f plus g of x is equal to what? F plus g of c. Here observe guys, limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c means f is continuous at x is equal to c. Similarly, limit as x tends to c, f plus g of x that is equal to f plus g of c. That means what? F plus g is continuous at x is equal to c. In place of x, here observe, this is x, this is c, this is c. In place of f, here it is f plus g. In place of f, here it is f plus g. Which means what? F is continuous at x is equal to c. Which means what? F plus g is continuous at x is equal to this point c. Which means therefore f plus g is continuous. At where? At which point? At x is equal to c. Similarly, we will prove these three results guys. Here in place of plus sign, here we will consider minus sign for next one, for second one. Okay. In place of third one, here we will multiply those two results. In place of fourth, we will divide those two results and apply limits properties guys. Okay. Now next question. Next, prove that every rational function is continuous. Before that, there is a note guys. Note. Here, observe guys. First one. If f is continuous. Here observe guys. If here for this third case guys, I will call this one as third A. Okay. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, f and g are continuous at x is equal to c, then f into g is also continuous at x is equal to c. Right? Here, f of x value I will consider f of x as 1 guys. Okay. Then f into g is continuous at x is equal to 1. F is continuous at x is equal to c, g is continuous at x is equal to c means f into g is also continuous, right? Here, if f is continuous at x is equal to c and g is continuous, if thirdly, Here note third A, if f is continuous, then minus f is also continuous, guys. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, then minus f is also continuous at x is equal to c. Okay. Here, if it is not clear, observe. Note here, observe, guys. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, comma, then minus f is also continuous at x is equal to c. Okay, guys. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, then negative of f is also continuous at x is equal to c. Okay, because f and g is continuous means f into g is also continuous. If in place of g I will consider g as one constant function minus 1, then if I will consider g as minus 1, here f into g is also continuous. Okay, then I will consider g as minus 1, then f into minus 1 means minus f is also continuous, no? Is also continuous. If f is continuous, then minus f is also continuous. Here, for example, in place of g I will consider lambda. Then if f is continuous at x is equal to c, then minus f or lambda into f is also continuous at x is equal to c. Okay, that is one case. Next one. This is related to this third one. Okay, next note, that is related to fourth one. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, then 1 by f is also continuous at x is equal to c. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, then 1 by f is also continuous at x is equal to c. If f or g, I will consider here function as g. If g is continuous at x is equal to c, then 1 by g is also continuous at x is equal to c, guys. Okay, for example, in this case I will consider if f and g are two continuous function, then f by g is also continuous provided g of x is not equal to 0, right? Here, in place of f, I will consider one constant function, that is minus 1. If f is continuous, if g is continuous, here minus 1 means constant, that is also continuous, then f by g or 1 by g is also continuous. Okay, guys? Right. This is next note. Next one, guys. Keep it in your mind, if f is continuous at x is equal to c, then minus f is also continuous at x is equal to c. If second one, if f is continuous at x is equal to, g is continuous at x is equal to c, then 1 by g is also continuous at x is equal to c. If f is continuous at x is equal to c, then 1 by f is also continuous at x is equal to c, like that. Okay. Now, next question. Next. Example 16. Prove that every rational function is continuous. Prove that every rational function is continuous. Prove that every rational function is continuous. Here observe, guys. Solution. This is example 16, guys. Example 16. Solution. Given or let f of x is equal to, I will consider this rational function as f of x. F of x is equal to g of x by h of x. F of x is equal to g of x by h of x, comma, here h of x not equal to 0. H of x is not equal to 0. Okay. Be a rational function. Be a rational function. Observe, guys. In our previous class of continuity, we already proved that every polynomial function is continuous, right? Here, f of x is equal to g of x by h of x means here g of x and h of x are two polynomial functions, guys. Here let f of x is equal to g of x by h of x, comma h of x is not equal to 0, be a any rational function where g of x and h of x are any two polynomial functions, okay guys. We know that every polynomial function is continuous. Every polynomial function is continuous in their respective domain. Okay, therefore here g of x is also continuous. G of x is a polynomial function, so g of x is continuous, and h of x is also a polynomial function, and h of x is also continuous. In our last theorem, we just proved if f is continuous and g is continuous, then f by g is also continuous, right? Similarly, if g is continuous and h is continuous, here g is continuous function because that is polynomial function. Here h is continuous function because that is also polynomial function. Yeah, which means the quotient of any two polynomial function is also quotient of any two continuous function is continuous. Okay guys, therefore g of x by h of x, therefore f of x is equal to g of x by h of x is a quotient of two continuous function, quotient of two continuous function. Therefore it is continuous. Therefore it means what? G of x by h of x. Therefore g of x by h of x is continuous. G of x by h of x is continuous at every point of real number. Yes. Okay. Next one. At every point of real number, provided h of x is not equal